There's been a staunch defence of the RAF by the Chief of the Air Staff, who says it's as relevant today as it was during World War II. He was speaking during Gibraltar's Battle of Britain commemorations at the weekend. He insisted the service will survive the looming defence cuts and will still be around to celebrate its centenary in 2018. Charlotte Cross has the first of 3 reports as Battle of Britain events reach their climax.
Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
Tornado aircraft landing at RAF Gibraltar ahead of the weekend's Battle of Britain celebrations. Original planning allowed for 18 aircraft to visit the Rock, but times being what they are, those plans were scaled down. But it didn't stop the small detachment here, commemorating arguably the greatest battle in British history. At a sunset ceremony ahead of a Battle of Britain dinner, to the sound of the marching band of the Royal Gibraltar Regiment, they welcomed the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Sir Stephen Dalton. He took the salute at a flypast of Tornado and Hawk fast jets. During the Battle of Britain, Winston Churchill acknowledged that the brave actions of just a few thousand pilots could dramatically change the course of the war. And the same is true of the RAF today. There may be less than 100 of them stationed here at RAF Gibraltar, but the impact they have on the UK's defences and our ability to mount long-range operations is huge.
It's important when you've got a small detachment in places that they understand that they are a critical part of what today's Royal Air Force is about. And if we look back to 1940, there were small detachments all around the south of England and all through East Anglia and so forth. And each of those needed to have the understanding that they were a critical brick in the wall of defence of the United Kingdom. And this is exactly what Gibraltar is today.
Despite speculation that the RAF could take the brunt of looming defence cuts, he's confident the future of the service is assured.
Without control of the air, 1940 was all about control of the air, you cannot have the freedom of action either for air or for land or for maritime. Control of the air is fundamental.
The Chief of the Air Staff was also the guest of honour at the mounting of the Governor's Guard, watching on from the balcony of the Governor's residence as an RAF Guard took over from G Company of the Royal Gibraltar Regiment. And to Gibraltarians, ceremonies like this remain an essential part of maintaining their Britishness.
This must go on because this is part of Gibraltar, and if things like that were to stop, Gibraltar wouldn't be the same.
And at a time when there's so much pressure on defence budgets, the Chief of the Air Staff's visit was certainly a boost to morale here.
He reassured, especially the Navy and the Army, that the Royal Air Force would be celebrating its centenary in 2018. And, speaking of the future of the Air Force, how it was important to look forward, to stay committed.
The celebrations were rounded off with a Battle of Britain church service at Gibraltar's King's Chapel. 70 years may have passed, but the new generation won't forget the incredible feats of bravery of those who came before them. Charlotte Cross, Forces News, Gibraltar.